Qu'est-ce qu'il veut faire?
Hein?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Oui, oui.
Oui, voilà.
What do you think of Javante Turner?
Fuck Javante Turner.
You know, there was a lot of different groups of people that skated in San Francisco, but, you know, the people that I related to are these guys down there.
That's it? Yeah. Are you happy? No?
It was somewhere where I found kids just like me. It was really just a bunch of derelict street kids skateboarding. That's all we did. We hung out there and skated every day. There's just so many sick skaters, but at Embarcadero, all we saw was Mike and Henry, really. It was an amazing time, man, and those dudes really just shined, you know? They got recognized around the world, and everyone wanted to come down to Embarcadero to skate with these guys.
I think it was 10th grade. After that summer, just like going down there every day. There was this whole progression thing going on, so it was just kind of clicked, and it was just like, oh shit, all that stuff's possible. What else is possible? Try it. Let's try this. Let's try that.
Oh, fuck!
So you learn something on flat, and then it's like, oh, let's take it to the little three. Do it down the little three. Oh, you did it down the little three. Let's do it down the big three. Big three, and let's do it down the 7.
I was down at Embarcadero for all that, you know, all the footage that's in Plan B videos and stuff. It's hard to put a finger on one trick because it was all about the lines, you know. It was great, man. You knew it was great when it was going down. You know, it was a special time, for sure.
I'll tell you a funny story right now. Maybe get a shot of this thing. This was like a pretty popular thing to do at the time. Do a line and then go up the steps. And when I started filming James, he tried to do a line and then kickflip up the steps. Like a week or two later, Mike came up to me. I think it was the first time he ever talked to me, and he was like, hey, did James film a line where he kickflipped up the steps right here? And I was like tripping out, like, why did he care? And then when I saw the Plan B video, he had a line where he kickflipped up the same steps. And I was like, well, he didn't make it. And you were like, see, dude, you didn't do it. You didn't do it.
But he lied a lot, so I used to call him out on lying.
Did you give him his nickname?
Which one, Nerd?
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of, more than likely not. It kind of all merged together. I don't know exactly who actually gave him the nickname.
You know why they called him Nerd?
No, because he's a nerd. Yeah, he's a nerd. If you touch his food, he won't eat it. If you even breathe near his drink, he won't drink it. Yeah, we always called him Nerd, shit like that. My nickname for him was Baboli, and he hated that because he has this big round, he hit a newspaper machine one time with his ear. The back of his ear on the corner, and it ripped the skin. It scar tissued it, but it's not strong enough to hold all those blood vessels, so it swells up. This big bubble on his ear, and every time I see him, I go, Baboli!
You ever see that keloid scar behind his ear?
Oh, yeah, that's what Couch was talking about.
No.
He said he made that up?
No, he didn't. Did you know how long later that was? That was like 94.
Yeah. Because he had that keloid scar. That was like the thing that nobody ever talked about. Like, you know, like sometimes your friend has something that you don't bring up. And that was like his thing that you would never bring up. And then Rick came up to SF, and he was like, bubble, bubble. Like, why are you calling him bubble? He's like, he's got a bubble behind his ear.
And I called him the other day, and I told him, I was like, oh, you're grown up now and your style changed. I was like, you can actually be my favorite skater now. I was like, I didn't like your style when you were younger, and you were too young. I was like, I couldn't like you. He was stoked.
I mean, dudes used to make fun of us. Like, I mean, we all used to fuck with each other. They would actually, like, go to people's faces and tell people to leave.
Yeah.
And, like, if they get in their way or shit like that, and they'd just be, like, point, like, just break out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you looked at us, we were pretty fucking goofy ourselves.
We're looking at
It's small.
Oh, I see.
I want to do a late Chevy, dude. Kickflip late Chevy, it'd be fucking rad, dude. You know what I'm saying, home?
What's your name?
Shelby.
Shelby what?
Come on, Shelby.
I think the thing that I noticed back then that even like everybody was like, you know, like really good friends. They would do everything together, you know. Like they would stay there all night drinking or getting high. Just do things that you do when you're like in your late teens, like get into trouble all together, and you hear about like some fight they got into, you know. So for them, it was like super tight, you know.
I was taking ecstasy and acid and smoking crack, but I didn't drink. I was doing pretty good.
As you say, you don't remember those.
No, but you know what's funny though is that supposedly I didn't drink for the longest time. I started late, and I started on my 17th birthday. Cause
Like,
then,
I would imagine you guys would end up being like just like crackheads at McDonald's or something. Like start partying and having a house like that at 9th grade.
well, I think I lucked out because I ended up getting a girlfriend that didn't really allow me to start cracking out with everyone.
These are my groupies, yes. Well, can't keep them back.
Everyone passed around the same girl.
Like Hurricane stuff.
Yeah, that was the name. I was like trying to remember the name. Like, what
Yeah, Hurricane was a girl that introduced a lot of young boys into sexual experiences.
There was some bad experiences back then. I just remember you dealing with Chernaski when you got the clap. You're like, dude, there's some white shit coming out of my dick. Like, what's going on? He's like, you got to take care of that.
And then I started using Greg's tetracycline that he used to use on his face. So I started taking that, and it went away.
And then you made the wheel.
And I made the wheel. That's a condom. These are called Smelly Caca Chlamydia balls. It was my wheel on the company I wrote for before, a girl. She gave me the fucking clap. So.
Holy shit.
And she didn't even tell me. Her friend had to call me, like, saying, like, my friend never told you, but you should probably go get it checked out. So lame.
She gave chlamydia too.
Dang.